Billy VanInwegen picks up the race win here tonight at Utica, Rome. And Billy, I don't know if I say if it's handed to you, but it seems like, I mean, that red flag came out late in the race, and Danny Barron ran out of fuel. He was leading most of the race, but ultimately, it played to your factor. You picked up the race win. I'm sure this has got to be huge for you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? In these big races, a lot of crazy things happen. And, I've been in a lot of them over the years and been a part of them. And, I've seen a lot of people win some big races in crazy fashion. So I'm not going to, hang our head on it. But Danny definitely had, I think he had the win locked up pretty well. I don't really care for when we got a chance to race it out. He kind of smashed into the left rear of the car and Ben took off, so I didn't really get a chance to race it out with him. And then we went red. So you know what I mean? Our guys worked their tails off all night. Paul Giovanni was a great opportunity here, and we had a really, really great race car. And it seemed like a lot of those yellows and reds in the beginning kind of fell. They didn't fall our way really. So a couple times we get by a guy and the yellow would come out and we'd be in the wrong lane and really had to work hard to get there. So Danny drove a great race, but I'm definitely excited to win this one, and this is a huge race. Probably our biggest race of the year other than Canadian Nationals. So to win this one, I'm thrilled.
Absolutely, and take me around that raceway tonight. Talking to a lot of the drivers, it was a very tricky raceway. Take me through that.
I tell you, there was a lot of laps around there. I wasn't sure if we were in New York or somewhere out in out west. Definitely cool, something different, and you definitely had to be very aggressive on that cushion, or it could really bite you. We kind of kept our car neutral, and we were able to get into the cushion pretty hard. I made some mistakes. Everybody probably made some mistakes throughout that race, and it's a really, really long sprint car race.
Absolutely, and you're sitting during that red flag. Did you have any idea that he had ran out of fuel?
One of the officials, I heard him, having a conversation with that he had run out, and I wasn't sure. You never know what's going to happen. And then, I got me wondering how close we were. I know we filled up, but I run out with one to go, and I was really spitting and sputtering there the last lap. And it was really hard to get in, on the cushion with no fuel, and it was just kind of shutting the engine down. So I was, nervous as all hell, to be honest with you.
And absolutely, and we got 2024 is kind of on the winding down here. How's 2024 been for you?
It's been a roller coaster. I mean, this opportunity kind of presented itself around Speed Week time, and it's been a blast. We've got to do a lot of racing in a short amount of time with these guys and get comfortable, and we've had some really good results the last couple of weeks. And we still got some racing yet. Labor Day we have 3 shows, and then there's a lot of big modified races coming up too with McCarl and Joey Barbagallo and the 4 car. We're getting ready to put a new big block car together for Super Dirt Week Oswego, Eastern States weekend in Orange County. We have a final points event at Orange County Fair Speedway in a couple weeks. We still got a pretty busy schedule, and I'm sure me and Paul will sit down and see what makes sense to do as a team. And I'm open to do whatever we can here in the next couple of months, and hopefully keep this rolling for a while.
And how do you balance going from a modified to a sprint car, jumping back and forth? It seems like could be a challenge. How do you balance that?
It can be a challenge. I mean, a lot of the good drivers from New York here are able to do it. Stuart Friesen, I would say, is probably Model A of that. He'll be the first to tell you as well. And driving a sprint car helps you in a modified, and I think a lot of the modified stuff helps us in the sprint car being more comfortable on some of these New York tracks. And there's stuff you can bring from both sides. And the more you race, the better you're going to be. And I think it ultimately boils down to, you gotta race, and you're not really thinking about what you're in when you're racing that much.
Absolutely. Billy VanInwegen picks up the race win here tonight at Utica, Rome.